Hi, Dr. Sweetness.
Little Miss Fatty, you smell so ketonish today. I see my treatment has been working well.
But doctor, I don't know what's wrong with my daughter. She's always tired, she's always hungry, she's always thirsty, and don't talk about how many times she uses the bathroom.
Has she been taking my treatment?
Of course, Dr. Sweetness. She has extra syrup on her pancake, she has KFC twice a day, she has soft drink, and I make sure and pack her lunch with a lot of snacks.
So what's the problem? She seems to be putting on weight to me. Do you want her to look like the children from Africa?
No, doctor, no.
I find that so strange. When I was growing up, I used to eat a lot of provision, peas, dumpling, callaloo, and I was strong as a horse, not fat like her.
Oh gosh, mommy, that's how we eat nowadays. Get any time with her. Like in when you will or what?
Guess what? I'm going to prescribe her even more snacks for she to get better. Hey Fatty, go easy, hey girl. And have a grand time. Come back by me for even more supply, yeah? Anytime I'm always available for you. Anytime.
Oh well, I guess things change nowadays. What's up?
Do I see me, girl? It has been ages. How are you?
I'm good. How are you going? You're still in detective business?
Well, yes. Actually, I'm in the health sector right now.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, the detective business, it's really rough, it's really tough. But you have to get those scum-sucking, foul brain, viruses, bacteria, and lifestyle choices.
I totally agree.
Yeah, and bring them to their dirty knees.
I agree. Well, then you can help me with my issues.
What issue? What seems to be the problem?
Little Fatty. You didn't realize she's getting bigger?
Yeah. Oh, I can see that.
The girl always tired, she always hungry. I don't know what to do again. I've been to the doctor 9 times now. Nothing seems to be working.
And what has the doctor
Little Fatty.
recommended? What has the doctor recommended?
Well, just like snacks, fast food.
Snack? What?
They're convenient, so I understood where he was coming from. So.
But what doctor recommends those stuff?
Our doctor.
Oh, come on. No. Okay, listen. Here's what you need to do, right?
Yeah.
Bring me a urine sample for Little Fatty. Alright? Then I'll analyze the symptoms that you gave me that she's experienced.
Okay.
And then I will get back to you and show you exactly.
Little Fatty, stop it.
Alright? And one more thing. I want both of you to promise me one thing.
What's that?
Promise me this one thing. Please do not go back to that doctor ever again.
Not a problem. I can get that to you as soon as possible.
Oh, thank you very much. Definitely. I will.
And have a good day.
Alright, same to you, ma'am. Alright, bye, Fatty.
Bye.
Dr. Baker,
Inspector Nurse?
I have an assignment for you. This is a case study of a patient.
Case study.
It contains various symptoms and lifestyle patterns that are quite intriguing.
Little Fatty, huh?
Yes. Also, this is Little Fatty's urine sample.
Good job, Inspector Nurse.
Thank you very much. I would like you to analyze the lifestyle patterns and the symptoms and also test the urine sample. I think you would find the results quite intriguing.
Have a seat. I'll get to work right away.
Thank you very much.
But Inspector Nurse, these are all symptoms of diabetes. Excess urination, thirst, hunger.
Diabetes?
Yes, diabetes. Don't you know what diabetes is?
No, what is diabetes?
It's a group of metabolic disorders. elevated blood glucose levels above the normal range of 60 to 120 mg per dl. Glucose is overproduced by the liver and underutilized by other organs.
But I'm still confused. Doc, shed some light on it.
If little fatty has diabetes, there will be excess glucose in her urine. The body will try to get rid of the excess glucose circulating around her body by excreting it in her urine. We can carry out a simple Benedict solution test to see if there is glucose in her urine.
Okay.
This blue solution is Benedict solution. It contains Cu2 plus ions, which are reduced by the ketone and aldehyde groups on the sugar to a brick red precipitate, which is copper 2 oxide. When little fatty eats the carbohydrates, they are broken down by the mouth by the salivary glands. Carbohydrates are a source of energy. These are then partially digested in the stomach and then further into the small intestines. Digestion is completed here, where carbs are broken down into simple sugars by pancreatic amylase. Broken down sugar enters the epithelial walls of the intestine and enters into the blood. Glucose in the blood becomes high, and this increases circulating glucose, which triggers the release of the hormone insulin, which is a 51 amino acid polypeptide. Insulin is synthesized in the beta cells of the pancreatic islets, which are small clumps of cells which produce hormone and is then carried to the blood plasma bound to beta globin. The insulin binds to receptor sites on the cell membranes of the liver and muscle, and this causes the cells to become more permeable to glucose, as well as activating some enzyme systems in the cell.
So, this insulin, tell me, how does it reduce glucose in the blood?
Firstly, what happens is there's an increase in glycogenesis, and therefore excess glucose is converted to glycogen in the liver and the muscles. Secondly, there's an increase in glucose uptake by the cells, and so more glucose is used for energy rather than fats or other energy stores. Thirdly, there's an increase in production of fats from the excess glucose. Finally, there's a decrease in gluconeogenesis. This is where glucose is produced from non-carbohydrate sources. All of these combine to reduce the amount of glucose in your blood to carry it to normal levels, and all is well with the body. When glucose levels become normal, to stop your body from carrying glucose too low, which is hypoglycemia, this is detected by the beta cells and as a diminished flux through hexokinase reaction, and this slows or stops the release of insulin. These combined processes help to reduce the amount of glucose in the blood and stabilize it to a normal level.
Wow, but this sounds real interesting. But is there any more you can tell me about this disease?
Well, of course. There are two types, type 1 and type 2. Simple.
Wow, very innovative.
Well, type 1, which is also known as juvenile onset or insulin-dependent disease, diabetes, is an autoimmune disorder. What happens is the immune system destroys the pancreatic beta cells. Therefore, there's little or no insulin being produced by the body. Whereas in type 2, it is characterized by insulin resistance, which is failure of the body to respond to normal or even elevated concentrations of the hormone. In both cases, blood glucose levels remain high.
Wow, that's very interesting. But how does that explain how little fatty feels unwell.
The sugar in the blood to get into the cells where you need sugar for metabolism. And so sugar is not bad. The problem is when you are diabetic, the body cannot use that sugar because there's not enough insulin in the system, or the body is resistant to the insulin, what is called insulin resistance. And basically on the cells you have insulin receptors, and the insulin basically is like a key that unlocks the door that allows the sugar to go from the blood into the cells to allow metabolism to happen. So if in diabetes, the pancreas, the beta cells are not producing enough insulin, but in addition in type 2 diabetes, the body is resistant to the insulin that you're producing, and the reason for that resistance is obesity. Okay. Type 1 diabetes, of course, is a completely different ball game. It's an autoimmune disease. Something triggers a defense mechanism that destroys the beta cells. So basically, those people need insulin from day one. Whereas in type 2 diabetes, you can start with tablets, lifestyle, and eventually they may need insulin also. Then, compared to a trini, all right? When you look at a European person eating, there's spaces between the food groups. Spaces and all togetherness, we call it, right? When you get married for a few years. All right? Spaces between the food. If you look at a trini eating, you have the whole plate with rice or roti. On top of that is the meat. On top of that is the salad. It's like a mountain. So the first thing I tell patients is you need to cut back on your portions. Smaller food. It's not just the amount of sugar in the food that you're eating, it's the type of sugar. Because if you eat complex carbohydrates, it's digested more slowly and the blood sugars rise more gradually so that the beta cells can produce insulin at a more gradual rate to keep the blood sugars down. So the two things about diet: smaller food portions, cut back on the carbs, less rice, less roti, and more vegetables, salad, etc., and more high fiber foods.
Hey boss, yeah, business we are gonna, yeah, actually I get 2 patients now. Yeah, 2 extra patients. Yeah, her name is Glycemia, and she has a daughter named Little Fatty. Yeah, I don't fatten she up and thing, and she don't get addicted to the sweet stuff. Yeah, I don't making all the monies, boy. Just bring me more supplies. I'm running out of supplies here. Things that good. If you continue on this business, eventually we're going to be millionaires.
Not for long, punk.
Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
I mean the face? Look at it. Which mother gave birth to that?
Well, I guess you're gonna join my category.
How are you going to do that?
I'm going to stop you.
So what you gonna do about it, punk?
I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
A lesson? I is a doctor, fool.
And I'm the nurse, punk. Yes, Little Fatty. He's dead. Come. Let's go before the cops get here. So, Little Fatty, you gonna control his diabetes?
Yeah.
Nice.